part. Is there any way to do that? Because a lot of times, and we've seen it personally, like they're the ones that are holding up the whole thing, right? Like I might not move to that town, or I might not try to develop there if I know there's going to be that type of day, or if they have a history of that.
So typically, when you're applying for permits and stuff like that, you would want to hire an expediter, right? And an expediter is someone who works within the town or has a relationship with them, and they're able to push the paperwork through in a timely manner. But ultimately, again, it's relationships, right? Like if you hire a great architect and they have good relationships within the town because they're doing a lot of business and they're doing a lot of jobs, then they might not need to hire an expediter because they know Mary Sue over here in this department and their sons go to soccer together, right? So they can have that type of conversation and kind of try to get things pushed through, but that's hit or miss as well. So no, is there a way to vet? Really, really not. It's kind of the luck of the draw, and you have to put your plans in as complete as possible because sometimes they'll come back and they want corrections to your plans, and then you got to go back and forth as well. So it's unfortunately is one of those situations. You're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. The town is always going to come back with something. They're always going to want some sort of correction, and there's always going to be some back and forth, and that's why your architect and building is probably one of the most important roles because they have to be quick on their feet. Some architects are just slow as hell to change something so minor to us. It might take them 30 days. That's setting your timeline back, right? So again, I think not in vetting the building department, you need to vet the architect to make sure that what's their turnaround for changes, what's their relationships with the town that you're building in. How many jobs have they submitted in the last 60, 90, 12 months, right? These are questions when you're interviewing an architect. Just don't go off the referral like, oh, he's a great architect and this, that, and the third. Nah, chill. Ask the questions, right? This is your house. This is your business. You own the property. You're responsible for the mortgage payment, nobody else. So you have to make sure whoever you're hiring, you have to make sure they can get that job done and they have a sense of urgency too, right?